Hi everybody, this is Dr. Marcy with Agility Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine and 5280 Restorative Medicine, and I thought we would take our Wellness Wednesday with essential oils outside today. Part of the reason for that is I'm hoping to get a few people showing up in the backyard where we can be appropriately social distanced. You probably won't see them though, because my goal is to keep the camera on me and not showing them because I haven't asked their permission to show their photos. So what I'd like to hear from you right now is, how's your week? What were your good things that happened? Just like we start every Wellness Wednesday, the top 3 great things that happened for you this week. For me, number 1 thing that happened this week was we got even closer to finishing our shed. The number 2 thing was I had some more time to just work on my business instead of in my business, which was great. And then the number 3 thing was we got to have dinner at my sister-in-law's house and enjoy each other's company, and I didn't have to cook. Not that I mind cooking, but it's nice to have someone else cook for you every once in a while. So if you've got your top 3 things for the week, go ahead and post them in the comments and let me know that you're here by waving or giving a heart or a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. And we will get started in just a moment. So if you also have a friend who you think would enjoy learning more about essential oils and how they can help their health overall, please don't hesitate to tag them or invite them to watch this live. That would be awesome, and we will go ahead and get started. Wave, say hello, let me know that you're there, that way I can see you, and this is what we're gonna start with. So I don't know if you saw this, but on my Instagram page I posted a picture of me pre and post using this Yarrow Palm Active Botanical Nutrient Duo. So what it is it's the essential oil from a yarrow plant and also a pomegranate plant, and what it does is it helps to brighten up the skin. And so this is nice because you only have to use a tiny little bit of it, and I've screwed the bottle cap on really tight because I'm really good at spilling this one. So you just use a tiny little drop like that, and you can, and I don't have any makeup on today except for mascara and some lip stain. So you take it, rub it across the fingers, and if you have dark spots, you can tap it on that and just tap them in, and it helps brighten up that skin and has a lasting effect that continues to brighten up the skin. And I tend to get dark spots since I've had my kids right through this area, and you can kind of see there is one of them, and it's been getting smaller and smaller since I started using this Yarrow Palm active ingredient duo, active botanical nutritive duo. And the nice thing about this too is it does come in a package with this body serum as well, which I've been using on my neck décolleté area, which I don't have that showing right now, so you can't really see the improvements, but and it comes with a travel bag and a capsule that you can take that's also Yarrow Palm that helps boost the cells from the inside out. So you're really working on beauty from the inside out, and you can see how blue that went onto my finger, and now if you look all rubbed in, it just gives the skin a nice glow, and it makes my skin feel really nice and dewy soft, and it helps get rid of those dark spots for me. So that is fantastic. Another product that I use from doTERRA is a supplement actually, and it's called Terrazyme. Let's see if I can get a good picture of that. There we go. It's a digestive enzyme. It has 11 digestive enzymes in it that are gluten-free. And then it also has doTERRA's tummy tamer from their kids line in it, which helps to reduce irritation in the stomach as you're eating foods that may cause stomach upset. Digestive enzymes also help your body to be able to break down food more completely so that you're able to get all the nutrients out of them that you could want. Another supplement that I take from doTERRA, and I talked a little bit about this last week, is the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and it's all 3, helps if I turn this one the right way, all 3 of these. So this is an omega oil, that a lot of us, because we don't eat a ton of fish in our diet and we eat a lot more red meat than we should, get more omega-6 fatty acids than we should, and we need more omega-3s, and so this helps get that. And then it also does have some essential oil blends in it. This is the Alpha CRS, and it has a cellular longevity blend in it, a cellular energy blend in it, and then also the doTERRA tummy tamer. So again, it's something that can help calm that stomach. This is one though, the Alpha CRS is part of the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but it's not part of the nutrient pack. The nutrient pack is just the Microplex VM, which is like your typical everyday vitamin, multivitamin, and the omega oil. So the thing about that is that Alpha CRS is one that if you have an autoimmune condition, you can have a reaction to. And so we want to make sure that you're not taking that on a regular basis. You can probably take it to start, but then once you do a full cleanse, you're probably not ever going to be able to take that Alpha CRS again. And so what we typically recommend is that you combine it with something else. So when I reorder mine, I don't have an autoimmune disorder, but just because I really like this supplement because it helps with cellular energy. And it definitely helps me feel like I can recover faster from workouts and things like that. So I'm going to order this, the nutrient pack, and this, and I'll get this for an additional $20 instead of, this is normally I think almost $50. So they'll knock this price down to $20, and this then comes out to $99, whereas the Lifelong Vitality Pack comes out to $106.50. So it's a way too that you can kind of more customize your blend. I know a lot of people do the nutrient pack, and then they also do what's called the deep blue polyphenols, particularly if they have an autoimmune condition, and they do that because the polyphenols actually help reduce some irritation, inflammation, and support the joints really well. And so that's a great one if you have an autoimmune condition. And you can't take the Alpha CRS. So again, the DDR Prime, what it has in it is frankincense, wild orange, lycia, thyme, clove, summer savory, niaouli, and lemongrass. And the nice thing about that too is everything that is in this also helps with some hormonal balancing out as well. And so it really just helps the liver detox and helps your cells just regenerate faster. It also helps glutathione production in the liver, which is the #1 antioxidant that your body uses for tissue repair. So that's one of my favorites there. And I do take 2 capsules of these a day, particularly if I've had a really hard workout. Like this morning I did a 2-mile run, and then I had a really heavy leg day doing weights, and so I needed this today. Another favorite blend of mine, and we've talked about this before, amino acids for lifting Charles, absolutely. And the reason is because, again, you can't get all of your amino acids from your regular diet. You do have to take some of them. There are about 9 that you cannot get just from your diet alone. And so you need, or from your body alone, and so you need to help supplement those in your diet. Some people can do it through eating a really balanced nutrition, but even myself, when I'm eating perfectly, I'm not getting enough of those amino acids, and I can tell, and I have to supplement them. The amino acid blend that I recommend is from a brand called Pure Encapsulations, and the reason that I recommend them is because Pure Encapsulations has gone through the standards of setting themselves up to be like pharmaceutical grade. And they have also what's called a $1 million athlete guarantee. So if an athlete's taking only their products and test positive for a banned substance, Pure Encapsulations will pay them $1 million. So they stand behind their product absolutely 100%. And that's something that I feel like I can stand behind them too. The Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. Man, the lighting out here, so different than being inside. This has grapefruit, lemon peel, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon in it. It's to help boost your metabolic system, again, to help you feel less hungry throughout the day and not need to snack as much. It also helps with those sugary cravings that you might get towards the end of the day or that 3 o'clock hour when you're starting to feel tired. And for a lot of people, this helps kind of stabilize that mid-afternoon slump. So this is a great one for that. And it is part of a line where they also have protein powders that you can use to help in a weight loss program. So, and there is a Slim and Sassy challenge as well that you can join. And there are some prizes for different achievements and milestones that you reach in that challenge. So great product, and it tastes amazing. So I like this one a lot too. And then the PB Assist. So I alternate my, again, got to create the right amount of shadow so you can see that label. I alternate my probiotics. This one from doTERRA is double encapsulated. A double encapsulated probiotic is great because the first layer, and I'm going to show you this too, so you can see there's a little clear part at the end here that has essential oils in it, and then that green part is what actually has the probiotics in it. So the nice thing about probiotics is they really help support that good gut bacteria, which will also help decrease your sweets craving. So if you're somebody that has been trying to lose weight and you just are stuck, taking a probiotic can really help. However, you should change your probiotic at least every other bottle. So if you're taking this for 2 months, then you might want to switch and take a different one. One of the other things I recommend is that if you can't get one that's double encapsulated, you definitely want to take one that is more refrigerated, and again, from a very reputable company. There are a lot of people out there selling probiotics that are just kind of garbage. There's a lot of companies out there selling vitamins that are just kind of garbage. So keep that in mind. So I started using doTERRA products pretty exclusively in March, and when I did that, I had ordered this next product, which is also a supplement. It's Endocrine, and the Endocrine blend is tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper, and cilantro. And this one is great for detoxification. Cilantro is one of the best things you can use for detoxification. It really helps pull out like heavy metals and stuff like that from your system. And you may not think like, oh, I don't ingest heavy metals, but if you've ever had a metal filling in your body, if you've grown up drinking well water, you probably have a higher metal concentration in your body than other people. And then people who grew up kind of east of the Mississippi, there's a lot higher lead content in the soil, and even the plants pull that up. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday about proper organic CBD products even, and they'll test them in independent labs. And a lot of the organic farms that think that they're producing this amazing product west or east of the Mississippi are having trouble with lead showing up in really high concentrations in their product, not because they're doing anything wrong, but because it's in the soil and the plant pulls it up. So again, you just want to make sure that you're taking a nice organic product that's from a reputable source and that you know where it came from. And that can really help to determine what you need. But if you grew up east of the Mississippi, a detoxification for heavy metals might be something that you need. And there are a lot of products on the market that you can use. And the Endocrine is just that cilantro, and the Endocrine is just one of those things that can help with that. So that's great. Other products that I use from doTERRA, I tend to, this time of year, when we get these first couple of really warm days, I guess I should back up a little bit. About 12 years ago, I ended up with heat stroke at a triathlon. It was not my best day. I decided to swim in a wetsuit even though the water felt warm when I was warming up, and that kind of started it. And then on the bike it just got worse, and the run was super hot, and I just struggled through the whole thing. Ended up in the medical tent needing 2 bags of IV fluids. Since that happened, I seem to be a little bit more heat sensitive, and when that happens, I get a really upset stomach. And so one of the products that I found from doTERRA that helps is these ginger drops. They have organic cane sugar, brown rice syrup, ginger oil, and lemon oil in them. But they really do just help kind of settle my stomach. I know a lot of people drink ginger tea when their stomach's upset. For some reason, whatever is in a lot of the teas seems to make my stomach more upset. And so I've always either chewed on ginger, used a ginger snap, or now I've found these, and they're amazing. The bad part is my kids think they're candy, so I have to keep them hidden. So they do taste really good. They do have 15 calories per drop. and 3 grams of sugar. So if you're someone trying to avoid sugar, this might not be your best option, but these have been a lifesaver for me over these last couple of days when my stomach is just so upset that I don't really want to eat because I'm too overheated. So those are a good product. The other line that I'm going to talk about real quick is the On Guard line from doTERRA. And I have a lot of the oil-based things. I do not have the cleaners because about the time that I went to order them, we ended up in some very interesting situations here in the United States, and some of the products went out of stock super quick. And excuse my not being on camera for the moment, I'm just reaching for stuff that is farther away from me than I want it to be. So the On Guard line of stuff, they do have a laundry detergent, and they do have a concentrated cleanser. And then, oh, the one thing I forgot, because it's sitting in every bathroom in my house, is they have a foaming hand wash. And the hand wash is great because it's still really effective at helping boost the immune system, even when you combine it with something like Castile soap and a little bit of water. So you can make your foaming hand soap extend about 4 times the life that it normally would if you're just using the hand soap by itself. So the products that I have here, what happened to my roller bottle? Sorry, my kids were playing with my oils earlier because they like to smell them all. So I'm a little lost in them. So there's the On Guard capsules that again is a supplement. You can take this internally. And this is good for people who maybe are questionable about just taking an oil, not in a capsule. This has wild orange peel, clove bud, black pepper seed oil, cinnamon leaf oil, cinnamon bark oil, eucalyptus leaf oil, oregano, rosemary, and melissa. So it's a really great protective blend, and it actually says that right on the bottle, protective blend soft gel. And it also just helps boost the immune system. You can use it in an oil form as well. And I actually have talked to you guys about this before. I put 3 drops of this in my coffee every morning. And this one it makes my coffee taste like a little bit of a fruity chai, which is nice because it comes without all of the added sugars that like your chai tea latte from Starbucks is gonna have. And I'm not bashing Starbucks, but it just comes with less sugar. And for somebody who's trying to focus on health goals this year, that's a great thing for me because I really do like, I think they call it a dirty chai, where you get an espresso drink and you have them put a pump of chai in it or a shot of chai in it. So this helps me get through that and not need the sugar that comes with the other stuff. It comes in a roll-on, which is great for the kids because again, I can send this in their backpack at school. And usually what I have them do is if they're feeling like a lot of the kids in their classroom are sick, I'll have them just do each other's spine really quick. So they just go from top of the hips to the base of their neck and get that on their spine. And then they also will put it on their hands. They'll just put it like down from middle finger to the end of their palm, rub their hands together, and then they'll smell it. And that helps boost their immune system, which is nice because they get sick less often. This also is another product that has been out for a while, and I'm sad about it because I really love these. They're great for traveling. It's the On Guard beadlets, and I'm trying to think. I think peppermint also comes in a beadlet, and you can't see that really well. Sorry, there's like the worst lighting. So the beadlets are tiny. I'm gonna try and get just one out of here. Nope, got 2. That's okay. I'll take 2. And even my kids can take these and take them internally. So you can see how small that is. It's not even as big as my fingernail. And I just tell them to pop them in their mouth and swallow it. And usually what they tell me is they can taste orange for just a second and then it goes away and they don't taste anything else that's in it. I will sometimes, in a pinch, drop a couple of these in the bottom of my coffee cup as well, and then use that as my little chai flavoring for my coffee. Of course, that won't be until we get back to reusable cups instead of throwaway cups at all of these places too. And then this too, this is a great one. So my kids don't like hand sanitizer, but this is a sanitizing mist. And so I can help them apply this pretty easily. And if you have the On Guard oil and 95% alcohol, denatured alcohol, or some people use Everclear, you can actually make this, because you're gonna only dilute it a little bit. In a bottle this size, you have to have it be at least 60% of that either denatured alcohol or Everclear, and then you would add 10 to 15 drops of the On Guard, and then fill the rest of it with water, and it works great. And the kids like the way it smells, and so they use it, which is nice if we're somewhere like when we go to the zoo and there's not a sink everywhere and you have to hunt for a bathroom. I can have them spray their hands off and it works pretty well, so that's awesome. And then the last product from On Guard, this is similar to those ginger drops. Again, 15 calories, 3 grams of sugar, take it for what it's worth, but it does. They do have the entire On Guard blend in them. And then they also have myrrh in them, which myrrh is one of the king oils. It was given to royalty as a gift when a child was born, or if somebody was coming asking for the king's favor or something like that. It was one of those oils that was given as a gift. And so it's a really great one for helping boost the immune system and heal little cuts and things like that pretty simply. So one of the things that I would do if there were other people here is I do have some other oils of brands that I've been using over the last 10 to 12 years. And I would have people smell them all. So I'm going to read to you again the protective blend that helps boost the immune system from doTERRA. It has wild orange, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, rosemary, cassia, and myrrh. This is the Kid Safe by Plant Therapy. It's another organic blend, and I used to give the kids these because they were fairly cheap and inexpensive, so if somebody stole it out of their backpack, it wasn't that big of a deal. And this is the Immune Boost one from Kid Safe, and I really cannot get a good picture of that label, so sorry about that. This is what it has in it in comparison. Lemon, palmarosa, dill, petitgrain, copaiba, frankincense, and it's diluted with coconut oil, which any roller bottle you should dilute with coconut oil, so that's not a problem. But if you notice, it's missing some of the ones that the doTERRA blend has in it, and there are some research articles that support the use of the On Guard product, and you can find those online. So this blend, while it may have some effect, because we know lemon helps support the liver and helps cleanse out the liver, and then dill does as well. Copaiba is mostly affecting the endocannabinoid pathway, so not really sure what it's doing to help boost the immune system. And then frankincense is in here, which is another one that really does help. It's another king oil, so it does help. But this is one that I've used with the kids for the last 10 years, and they've had some significant illnesses, but it's another one that I could just drop in their bag because it was $6. Send it to school, and if they were feeling like they had a lot of people around them who were not feeling well, they could rub this on their spine and have a little bit of security in knowing that their immune system was getting a little extra support. This is also a blend that one of their teachers would diffuse in her classroom, and it was the same brand, and so it was something that I felt very safe with because it is organic, and it is a product that has a reputable a good reputation, and they're putting it out for kids, and so they're not going to put something out that's unsafe. So this was one that I used with the kids, and it comes in a couple of different blends. It also has germ destroyer, and maybe we can see the end of that better, and not really. So it has Germ Destroyer, which has spruce, marjoram, lavender, rosalina, and lemon. And then this one is one of the boys' favorites. It's called Grow Ease. It has juniper, rosalina, spruce, turmeric, and blue tansy in it. And the nice thing about this is when their joints are hurting, they'll just take it still and put it on their joints. My kids are growing still on average 2.5 to 3 inches a year. I hope that stops at some point because their feet are getting so big. It's costing me a fortune in shoes, especially when they grow out of them every 3 to 6 months. And then the other one, they still have one in their backpack now that's called A+ Attention. And I can't remember exactly the blend in that, but it helps them at school just kind of feel like they can focus better. This is the Calming the Child blend, and it has tangerine, so citrus oils, mandarin, citrus oil, lavender, chamomile, and Roman chamomile, and then also the coconut oil again. So this is one that if we're having a lot of anxiety and temper tantrums, that kind of stuff, we use this one in our house a lot. And then there's another one that's called Good Night or Best Sleep or something like that. And they'll still sometimes put that one on their chest. Austin has decided, especially because he has a lot of seasonal threats that he suffers from, that one of his favorites right now is this vapor stick from doTERRA, and it is the doTERRA Breathe blend. See if I can get this thing open. And it just comes in a stick that he can rub on his chest and right underneath his nose. And it does have like a menthol smell to it, but it also has a slightly sweet smell. In this it has eucalyptus, loris leaf, menthol, peppermint, tea tree. They're gonna get really loud here in a minute. Lemon, and Ravensara in it. And so for them it's really helpful and cardamom, sorry. So for them it's really helpful in opening up those airways and making it feel like taking a deep breath is easier and that the sinuses don't get so stuffy. So this is a great one for him. But having people kind of experience different blends, I've also used this brand. It's called One Pure. One Pure, their oils are fine. They're 100% essential oils, so they say, and they smell okay. But the interesting thing is, this particular box that I bought from them 2 years ago came with a lavender in it, and I had to put the lavender outside for 3 or 4 days before I could bring it in the house because it was too intense. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of lavender from doTERRA. It's way too many, but it's fine. And then I have 3 bottles of Serenity from doTERRA. And the Serenity has lavender in it. This is the calming blend from doTERRA. And I have never minded the way that these smell. I didn't ever think I need to put that outside. And the kids don't mind the way this smells, but they don't like the lavender from this other brand. And so I know that there is something different in it. I just don't know what it is for sure. And it could be similar to how people have different reactions to different, Tylenol versus like a name brand versus a generic. You can have different components in there. And sometimes what people do is they will take the active ingredients are called terpenes, and the terpenes can be from a lesser plant. So to make the product a little bit cheaper, they might take the terpenes from a lesser plant and put it in there. So they tell you that you're still getting plant terpenes, which are the things that help support your body better. But what you're actually getting are terpenes from a lesser plant or an entirely different plant. And so then when it's combined with the smell, you get something that is just awful and your body can't handle. And a lot of times it will give people headaches. So I like to have people smell the differences between the products because I think it really makes doTERRA stand out in that way. One of the things I'm doing, particularly for the month of June, there are a couple of promotions running with doTERRA. One of them is a citrus bloom package, where you get a citrus bloom body lotion, citrus bloom oil that looks like this. And this is one of their blends that they only make very rarely. There we go. And then you also get deodorant, and so it's a body wash, deodorant, an oil. There's one other thing in that package I totally forgot. And it's only available in the month of June. So one of the things I'm doing for June is for anybody who signs up for a wholesale account and does a 150 point order, they will be getting in the mail this package from me, which has the Essential Life book. It has the travel book, littler book, and then it even has, not that you can see this because it's underneath the sticker book to put on the top of your oils, but it even has this little A to Z guide that literally can like fold up and fit in your tiny purse that you travel with. So that is a nice gift for somebody who signs up with a 150 point order. And I have 5 of those. So if you're interested, let me know right away. And then for people who sign up with a 100 point order, I have these little doTERRA keychains, which are kind of cool because they're also really nice for traveling. And I will put two samples of my favorite oils into this keychain, and it holds up to 8. So it has these little pockets that the sample bottles will fit right into. And so I'll fill this with 2 of my favorite, and it has this little carabiner. And again, great for traveling. And sorry, I just lost a piece of plastic. So I'm just gonna pick that up before it flies away. And then for anyone who does a 50 point order, I'll send you one of these books in the mail. So in the month of June, if you do a 50 point order, you will get the A to Z guide. And the nice thing about the A to Z guide is it does have things in here like, say you're having lactose intolerance, it has a blend for that. If you're having difficulty with your throat, it has a blend for that. If you have things like mood swings, it has a blend for that. And it'll tell you, you know, what your most common oils should be that you have on hand. And what you can use to help with those things. So if you have any more questions, thank you, Charles, about the oils or how they can benefit you, or you're interested in the difference between one of the doTERRA products and one of the other products that I might still have. I'm down to my box of other oils. So this is a portion of my doTERRA supply. There are over 60 oils in here. And I have other stuff too. And then my other ones that I've been trying to use up that I've had for the last 10 years because I was ordering them before. This is it. This is all I have left. So if you're interested in smelling the difference between, even like this one is Unwind from Ovivo Oils, that compared to Serenity, let me know. And I can get a comparison for you, a time to set up so that we can talk in person, and we can do a comparison so that you can really see the difference between what doTERRA has to offer and what some of these other companies have to offer. If you found this helpful, go ahead and tag somebody in it, share it with them, post it to your timeline, and let me know if I can be of any more service to you, or if you have questions about other supplements. I am a functional medicine practitioner, so when it comes to supplements, I know a lot about them and how to best support body systems that are struggling and what to support them with. So if you have questions about that, or closer to pharmaceutical grade supplements as well, I can get you set up with those things. So let me know, and I'll be happy to help you out. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and thanks for joining me. I hope to see you next week as well. Again, trying to host a party next week in my backyard, socially distanced, of course. So if we get people here, we will be outdoors again. Have a great night.